Is just Jim, and let's have a look. Okay, the St. George defense, don't laugh at it. Who was it? Anthony Miles defeated Anatoly Karpov, some 30, 40 years ago with this. Seems like I've seen this opening before. But, I really have to frown on this strategy. This, Black, you need to learn some openings, okay? See, I've dubbed this, and don't take this the wrong way. I'm saying I'm going to show you guys how to play against this stuff, because it happens a lot. I've dubbed this the internet defense, and it's been created by tens of thousands of chess players.
I just got my ancestry DNA results.
What is
74% Italian.
And I found out that I'm from the big toe of that sexy Italian boot.
There we go. One of my YouTube videos started playing. Okay, I've dubbed this the internet defense, invented by tens of thousands of chess players worldwide. There is no book that recommends the strategy. What I figured out is that players have invented this defense to keep bishops and knights out of these squares. Why? Because bishops pin knights and knights deliver forks. So by doing this, they stop white from doing that. In the process, they weaken their own position. They lose time in development. If white wants to castle opposite wing of black, eventually one of these pawn breaks will force openings of files, meaning there's a good chance black is going to get checkmated. Now, black can play something we call hippopotamus style. This will go up here, the knights will come this way, maybe we'll fianchetto both bishops, and the old saying that I learned some 40, 50 years ago was, pushing this pawn to f5 rolls the hippo on its back. That's the expression I heard. So this would be a good strategy for white to just shove his f-pawn, develop his pieces, and then don't open up the position yet. Get the pieces developed, those open up, and black wins, or white wins. Okay. So knight f3 is playable. Just develop pieces right now. Now apparently this move is designed to preserve the bishop, but white, you don't need to do this. Let's just focus on development. Let's just put this here. Now, so what if black does this? All right, let me give you the reason why. Look at this position. You've given up the bishop pair, but black has nothing developed. Okay. White has 3 minors and his queen out. He's ready to castle either wing. Black's in trouble here. Okay. And, it would be a waste of time for him to go after the bishop pair. H3 does not help your position. If you didn't want him to chase your bishop, you could have put the bishop here. Now, if he wants to do this, fine. That weakens his position further. And we'll do the same thing. Okay. See, this is a very strong position for white. Black just has too many weaknesses in his position, and he hasn't even begun to develop. So this starts letting this H3 move starts letting black catch up in development. See, you got to develop. You got to break this position open. This doesn't help your game. And what's going to happen? And I've seen this with experience with people that don't play against the system correctly. Eventually, surprise, surprise, these moves turn out to be strengths because white can't utilize some of those squares. So let's see what happens. Okay, another wasted pawn move. Okay, so here, now black should be trying a queenside expansion, and who knows, maybe at this point black will try to castle queenside himself. So what are white's alternatives? Well, one thing you could do is just do this. Now you say, what? Well, I'll tell you why. Let's keep this king in the center. We don't have to castle either side. Why? Black isn't going to attack white with his position. Okay, if he dares to castle this way, well, now we have our tailor-made attack ready to go, and black is catching up with his. Okay, you want to kick this? Go ahead. You want to bring this pawn up? Go ahead. Well, here I come. Guess what? I just opened up a file, and you still have guys here that aren't in the game. Okay, let's back this up. Keep him in the center. Now, what if if he does this? Let's tell him you're not welcome on the queen side either. If you want to push here, that's fine. I'll just redeploy this knight. Eventually, I'm going to get him centralized here. Oops. Then I'll come to this square. Eventually, we have to get the bishop out of there, but that's not going to be a problem. And suddenly, if black decides to castle queen side, he could be under fire here. Okay, so let's see what happens. Strange maneuver. Black doesn't want to develop his pieces. And look at black's clock. I covered a game already of this. He's playing 2 boards, but now this might be too early, and it might be the wrong choice, because this allows black to just push by, and then black has a natural break. And this, with the center closed, white's development advantage is meaningless. Now that kind of surprises me, because this allows white everything he wants. He wants open lines. Okay, so now it's time to start the attack. Black is just asking for it. There's a potential sacrifice down here coming. Now, probably not ready for it yet, but we'll get there. See, black controls G5, 4 times? That's 4 defending pieces, or 4 defending chessmen. White would have 4 on it himself, so it just needs 1 more up there, and it's going to happen. And he starts on that way. Maybe trying to get rid of the defender. Okay, white's got a good game. Black should not have taken on E5. And here comes the sack I was talking about. So how long do you take on the sack? Well, he went pretty quick. He gained 24 seconds. So he spent 21 seconds on it. Let's see if it's sound. Captures here.
Check.
And surprise, surprise. White found himself getting checkmated. Amazing. Okay.
Check.
This is going to happen, and then mate. Okay, so what did white do wrong here? How did this turn against him? Well, let's see. When he took this, the queen was overworked. The queen is guarding 2 squares. So against this, white's just going to have to abandon this piece. You're going to have to play here. Now, white still has some attacking chances here. Let's see. But he is down a piece. Well, look at this.
Check.
Now, did I miss something? What's happening here? Black has a rook and a bishop. Or let's rephrase that. A rook and 2 bishops for a queen and a knight. White also has an extra pawn. This should be in white's favor. Let's see. How do I do this? Let's see. Oh, I took with the queen. Yeah, okay. I just got rid of it. And this sets up this discovery. So, how long did white spend on pawn takes? Let's see. See, here's the culprit. His clock went up 11 seconds. He spent 34 seconds. If he spent 1 minute and 10 seconds, that'd be, 110 seconds, he might have found the time. Might have realized that he's getting himself checkmated. I guess he can throw the bishop away in that one line, but the queen will just take it. So it's unfortunate for white to turn a winning position to a loss, but you know, black is just going to have to. He can't allow losing his queen. He's just going to have to play this a pawn down. Let's put the queen here. It could go here, but it's going to get chased, I think. Now white can just save his bishop, and you know, white's attack is still alive. Okay, g4 is coming. Now, it doesn't mean black should resign. I mean, he can still start his attack, but you know, once again, you know, this is not in play. This is not going to help on the queen side yet. This rook could come in play if the a file opens up. So, you know, sometimes we get greedy, or we think we overrate our position, and it just blows up on us. So, but you know, this defense, you see it a lot on the internet, and you know, just ignore it. It's if you're playing it, you need to get rid of it. Okay, it's not going to help your game against good players. All right, let me end this recording.